What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we are going to be taking a look at the markets. I hope you guys are all doing well today. Obviously, Bitcoin had a little dump today. Are we going to go further? Are we going to bounce from here? We'll talk about that. I did give you some price targets yesterday and some areas to watch, which the downside area broke. I told you where to look for a bounce, where we got a bounce. Now, will that bounce hold? That is the question. We'll dig into that stuff here in a little bit. But make sure you guys smash the likes. I know a lot more people are hitting the likes. Appreciate that, guys. There's 100 and some people and like 65 likes, so a little over half. I think we can do better than that. Make sure you smash that like button. If we get this live stream, I might keep this live stream going a little longer. If we do get it up to 500 likes, I will take a look at some poop coins for you guys. So, but we will actually look at Bitcoin, the Dow Jones, DXY, gold, silver, Ethereum, Litecoin, and XRP. Same charts I've been showing you. Nothing's changed with them as of yet. So let's get into it. Let's see what's going on. And as you guys know, my count here is 5 waves down for A, 3 waves up for B, and looking for 5 waves down for C. Now, we were talking about the 5 waves looking something like this, which is still possible, but no guarantees, because as you guys know, I'm looking at this as sort of like the dot-com bubble. And if it does happen like the dot-com bubble, then it would look something like this. And it was hard to see the waves in here. They're in there, just kind of hard to see, and I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like over here, and I'll show you what it would possibly look like over there. So there's our wave 1, 2, all the way down here for 3, and we had our 4, and then our 5. So if we did something the same, and guys, it's not going to be identical, but I'm giving you an idea here. So we would come down to 40 for 1, then come back up to the mid-50s for 2, and then all the way back down here, and then a wave 4 and a wave 5 and such. As you guys know, if it happened the same as the .com, it could go as low as 35. Not saying it has to go that low, but I bet we do see at least this mid to low $20,000 range would make for this ABC correction. But like I said, it could go a hell of a lot further. As you guys seen, I put Michael Saylor on the thumbnail and put, did I do it again, or something like that, because he was the #1 loser in the dot-com bubble. I showed you guys that there. MicroStrategies, Michael Saylor, who saw a staggering $13.53 billion vanish in the dot-com bubble because he did the exact same thing that he's doing now. Will it happen again? Let's see. Anyways. Savvy, volume's low as blah, turn it up. That's funny. 3,500, anyone wondering? LOL, you got a real... No, I'm just showing you guys what he did before. Everybody looks up to the guy like he's a genius, and if you look at what he done in the dot-com bubble, he's far from a genius when it comes to markets. He either doesn't understand markets or he's a great con man, and he did get busted for fraud. I'm not sure how all that worked out. I kind of dug in and seen that his company was, screwing with the numbers on their balance sheets and stuff like that. But what he could have done is got everybody, while he was shilling and putting commercials on the Super Bowl and things like that, people were probably buying into his company. He was probably dumping on them, just like he's coming in and getting all the Bitcoiners to think he's some kind of god. Maybe they'll invest in his company and he can dump on them, or he can dump the Bitcoin and short them at the same time. All kinds of things he could be doing if he's smart, but otherwise he's just a FOMO boy. I can't figure it out. Maybe you can. Let me know what you think. Turn my volume up. Can you guys not hear me? He tried getting companies to buy Bitcoin and nobody followed. I think he said that, and maybe he did. I don't know if he actually tried. I think he just was trying to pump up the Bitcoiners. Sounds good. All right. Appreciate that, guys. Hit 1 if the sound's good. Hit 2 if you can't hear me. For some reason, people are saying they can't hear me. But anyways, if this was to happen like this, remember, guys, this orange line is going to be the line of death. If it happens like it did over here, we should get a big bounce off the orange line, if not before. But that would be, and this is the weekly chart, guys, but that'd be around $40,000 if we do hit the orange line in the next week or two. And then I would expect to bounce back up here. But remember, if this orange line breaks, it's going to get really, really ugly, really, really fast. So it looks like everybody's saying they can hear me pretty good. Maybe those of you that can't hear me, maybe turn up your volume a little bit, maybe. But the volume is pegging out on my thing here. Let me turn it up just a hair. I don't want to turn it up too high. Is that better? Sound is going in and out. I have no idea what's going on, guys. Maybe some people's stuff are screwed up. I have no idea. Are you familiar with Bookmap? No, I'm not. I've never even heard of it. Sounds like home user error. It actually does. So anyways, let's go into that 4-hour chart that we talked about yesterday. And right here, I know it looks like a lot of targets, but they all have a reason for being there. We talked about this being the first place of a bounce. I was off by, I had it at, and these aren't exact targets, guys. I put these targets in here just in the center of my green areas, or boxes, as some people like to call them. They're not boxes, but anyways, we bottomed out. I say bottomed out, that doesn't mean it's actually bottomed out, but it's about $100 off. Pretty damn close. I said yesterday, and I've said it like for the last week, expect a bounce if we get to here. Come back up, possibly test this 47,150 area. This has been a huge support resistance line, and so far we have gotten rejected. Now, if we get back above, get back in this white triangle here, then there's a possibility we come back up and retest that 49,000 again. Otherwise, like I said, we could bounce around in here for a little while, but if we do break this and break through the bottom, then this becomes resistance. We look for support at 42,150 area. It's not exact. Somewhere in this area, maybe bounce up, come test this, come down. But each time we break one of these levels should become resistance. Now, same goes for if we come down here, get a bounce, get back on top of here, then this should become support. Then you may want to start thinking about longing if we get back above this $47,000 to $50,000 range. But again, as of right now, things are still looking pretty bearish. And you guys know, if you follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, make sure you give me a follow. It's at CryptoSavvy1. That's the number 1, at CryptoSavvy1. So we were looking at this rising channel in the 4-hour. We came up and tested the bottom of that 3 times, was not able to break it, and bam. Also, yesterday I posted this right here. That is hidden bearish divergence, getting higher highs in the price action, lower highs in the RSI. We had it over here, and we had this dump. And then we had it yesterday confirm again and had this dump. Some people were saying, but we had bullish divergence right here with a higher low. Yes, and it played out right there. Hidden divergence. Whenever it is in the way of the trend, our trend is down on the daily. There's daily hidden bearish divergence. Like I said, higher highs in the RSI, lower highs in the price action. Hidden divergence is pretty damn powerful when it is in the direction of the trend. It is a continuation of the trend. The trend is down. Some people must be behind. Some people are still talking about the sound. Maybe you should fast forward, or you can keep watching from where you're at, whatever it is. But make sure, like I said, make sure to smash those likes. If we get up to 500 likes, I will be looking at whatever coins you want to look at. Now we're going to go over to, we just looked at the Amazon to Bitcoin chart. And a lot of people say, you can't compare Amazon to Bitcoin. You can compare charts because charts are based on human emotion. Everybody was psyched up about the .com bubble, that everything was going to the moon. You could buy anything and it was going to make you rich, just like now they're talking about altcoins. Same thing. all that shit has to get washed out. And how it gets washed out is a big bear market. And not saying it has to happen like this, but if it does, it could be another 10 years before we get back up to that 69,000 level. That's how long it took back in the dot-com bubble to wash out all the garbage. Took years, and then the real projects can start moving up, which I think there is very few in crypto. I watch on my phone chat and TV watch, like both. Yeah, some people are saying they didn't know how to hit the like button when you're on the mobile. All you have to do is exit the chat for a second, hit the thumbs up, and you can get right back in the chat. Also, if you're on Google TV or one of those, in the bottom left corner, I think it says more options. You can click that and then hit the like button. Again, guys, that really helps the channel out. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps YouTube get the video out there to more people. And if we get to 500 of them, then we'll go over some crap coins. Right now, let's get into the Dow Jones. So this is the Dow Jones. Same thing. Right here, you can see the similarities. Right here and right here. Around the same stuff was happening in the dot-com bubble, and you can see what happened to the Dow Jones. And again, this is a 2-year period. If that was to happen again, we'd be looking at the low to mid 20s for the Dow Jones. That's some serious damage. It could be a lot worse. If you see here, let me... Right here, this is kind of like what happened in March 2020 here. This was back in 98. And then you can see here. So if you see the similarities in what's going on here, even this chop right here and this chop right here, a lot of similarities, guys. Markets often repeat patterns. I don't know. Just a lot of stuff's matching up here. I wanted to point that stuff out to you guys. And the dollar, bullish on the dollar still. You can see we got a huge bounce right here. Everything's looking good. We are in a falling wedge in the RSI. Looks like it's about to break out. You guys know my targets are up here, and then we'll probably be looking for a small correction after that before continuing much higher in the next year or two, in my opinion, of course. Gold, we had talked about this yesterday. We put the fibs on this, and I said I didn't expect it to go higher than the 1833, and look at that. We got rejected at the 0.5 fib at 1816, and probably going to continue down. You know, this chart is like 8 months old or something like that. Yeah, it's about 8 months old, and still looking for these targets here. Silver, same thing, still looking for this 20 to 15 if the 20 doesn't hold. Ethereum broke back through the wedge again. Let's see if it can hold, if it can get back up in here or not. We are below all the EMAs, got rejected at the 8 EMA. Next point of support for Ethereum is around 34.38, and then we have 32.25, and then 18.50. And if we were to go in a longer bear market, we could be somewhere in between 200 and 400. If I said, like I said, if it's like the dot-com bubble. And Litecoin, same thing, guys. Still looking for this 106, maybe 107, depending on how long. If we don't get a bounce there, if it does break through this trend line at some point, could be in the low 20s. Again, that could be over a year or more. XRP got a bounce off that trend line one more time, but got rejected at the EMAs. I do think if this 77 breaks, we're looking down in the mid 20s. Otherwise, if it can hold support, I would look for the lower 90s, and if that breaks back down, we may bounce back around in here. But if we break that at any time, then we could be looking as high as back up to the $1.20 range. But as of right now, it's not looking good. And this is the long-term chart. People always say that Bitcoin can't go back lower than its last peak. That's looking at it in a 4-year cycle. What I believe is we're possibly in a 10, 12-year cycle here. And that would mean we just couldn't go below the wave 1 because we would be working on wave 4. Not to say it would go this low, but it shouldn't cross 1200, which I believe is wave 1. And then we have wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 has finished, in my opinion. You look at this 3-month candle right there, it looks pretty ugly, looks pretty toppy. Again, we'll see what happens. But looking at it on the 3-month here, what else you can notice is every top looked really similar. I know everybody said it had to be a blow off top, but if you just look at the tops, they were pretty similar, even though this one got one more high here. But just to point that out to you guys. And again, I will get into the chat here in a minute. So, all right. I really hope it drops down to 5K range, said Ahmet. It's definitely a possibility. Any bullish patterns on the daily? Other channels are showing large falling wedge. My daily view has not changed. And this, let me get this stuff out of the way so you can see what I'm looking at. There's one huge bearish pattern that we broke down from. So no, I do not see a bullish pattern. I've been looking at this wedge since forever and had told you guys, I know if you were watching a video, you know I was looking at around the 5100, and if it broke, it was going to be bad, and it was bad. And that, my friends, is a break of a bearish formation. Unless we get back above this 53 to 55, depending on if, when, and where it hits this. If we can't get back above this bottom trend line here, it's extremely bearish. It looks like it broke the bear flag and retesting it now. I was just over on that chart right here. We already retested it actually. Let me move this stuff over a little bit so it's out of the way. Yeah, as you guys know, this is the major resistance line now, 47,150. But yeah, we already came back up, retested that bottom of that triangle. Again, like I said, we could look at it from this trend line over here because we had 3 touches before we broke. Actually 4 if we count the first one over here. We could look at it there too and do the same measured moves. And that one gets us down to approximately 38,000. So, but if we look at it as this big one here, these are the areas to watch. Like I said, watch these areas for bounces. Let's put our, and if you look, a lot of the VPVR areas match up with these bounces perfectly also. So just keep an eye on it. Again, if we start getting above that 41 or 47,150, get support, and then we break this 49, break out at the top of this, then I guess we could start looking bullish. But until then, everything's looking still pretty bearish. Anything under 47,150 is looking bearish. And again, if we break this 45.3 area, I see around 42 and expect possible bounce there. If we do, maybe come back up, test this range. If it cannot break through, most likely going to come down and break this one. Then we got 40, so on, so forth. Thanks, Ankin. I appreciate that. Savvy, could you please point out the similarities between when we fell to 59 and now when we were at sub 49 area? It's basically the same thing. Let me see if I can see what you're talking about. Are you talking about over here? Wait a minute. Could you point out the similarities between we fell through 59? Talking about over here? I would imagine this is what you're talking about. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of similarities there. Could definitely come down to these lower levels, like I was saying. Like I said, the measured move off of this big rising wedge that we dropped out of is around the low to mid $20,000 range, which is a possibility. And that doesn't mean it goes straight down, guys, which it could. It could be like this, but it does not have to. This stuff can take time. Thanks, Janet. It's Craig with a C, but I appreciate that. When we topped at 49 and we redistributed. Topped at 49 and redistributed. Right here. See, I'm not seeing where we topped at 49 unless you're just talking about this little action here. Maybe here or way over here. I think this will Firm head and shoulders and then blood in the streets. It's possible. Okay. Savvy, just wondering why would you compare the .com and Bitcoin sentiments and knowledge of the two industries are different? No, they're not. They were both breaking through technologies in their time. Now, a lot of the older people that were in that learned their lesson and understand what markets can do. But while they were in it, they never thought it would go down, just like the people in Bitcoin right now. It's right here, guys, right here. I mean, it played out almost identically to the Amazon during the .com bubble. Why do I compare? Because why do you think, if you're looking at charts, you see triangles, they most likely break the same direction. You see head and shoulders, they most likely, charts show you patterns. A lot of things were the same here. Everybody thought they could buy everything and it was going to go up forever and it would never go below X amount of dollars, just like people think with Bitcoin right now. Problem is, that's not how markets work. Markets are there and they take the most amount of money from the most amount of people. The most amount of people think that Bitcoin will continue up forever. Wayne said common sense is really not that common. Savvy, the 10-year bear market that you're talking about could be at least 2-3 year bear market. Was about 1900s. Today it's 2021. I don't understand what you're saying. Anyways, if you look, I've showed this before and I'll show it again for those of you that are new. And if you are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel, tick that notification bell to get you notified when I post videos. We have 214 likes. If we get 500, I will go through some altcoins of your guys' choice for a little while. Let me show you some stuff here. Let's take this first top from the Amazon.com bubble on this formation that is doing the exact same thing as Bitcoin. Or was doing 224 days. Now let's check over here. And you can see the same bearish divergence in the RSI also. And guys, I'm not saying this has to happen. I'm saying there's a lot of similarities here and it's a good possibility. And if you're not prepared for it, you know, you can watch literally any other channel and get all the bullish views that you want to get. I'm here showing you my view, which happens to be pretty bearish. I know, but you need to take it in consideration. If you can't, then, you know, I don't know. At least you won't be surprised if this happens if you just pay attention. So this took 224 days peak to peak. This took 210. Pretty damn similar. And then it had a 95% correction, which took... See how long that took there. It took exactly or roughly 672 days. So if we were doing the same thing here, we would be looking for the bottom in 672. So roughly September of 2023 would be the bottom. So that would look probably something like this. Let's say we get that dip down to here, come back up, back here, little bounce around, come down, and say it does something like this. That, and then we get a nice bounce, come back down, and then 10 years before we hit that top again. Not saying it's going to take that long. It did over here, and that 10 years down there would do good for the crypto market, in my opinion, because that would get rid of and wash out all these shit projects, shit scam coins, garbage junk that is just infesting this market. It needs a good house cleaning, and it'll take years. There's thousands of shit coins now. I think it would depend on the U.S. government outlook, as you could argue that the dot-com bubble crash was in part caused by the U.S. government's rejecting internet tech. Look at what's going on now. So how will it play out for Saylor? Just like it did last time. But he still made money. He scammed and conned in there somehow. It wasn't all about losing, although maybe he just made it look like he lost. But he was buying and telling everybody to buy everything at the top of the dot-com bubble. Sound familiar? History repeats. Not only history, people repeat. He may have not learned the first time. You are always right. Thank you so much, Savvy. I'm not always right. Nobody's always right. I just share my opinion. Like I said, guys, this is all based on my opinion. Like I said, I'm giving you a bearish view. If you want a bullish view, you can literally watch any other channel, and they're all giving you a bullish view to 100,000, pathway to 200,000. Yeah, you can literally see that anywhere. I'm offering you a different view, which is my view. If you don't like it, you don't have to. That's all right. If you don't agree with me, that's all right too. I'm showing you why I see this with evidence, and do with it what you will. At least you can't say you weren't prepared if it does happen. Holding a loan can only get you so far. That's very true. Very true. Trading is like, once you learn how to trade, all markets are like an endless bank account. If you trade properly using proper risk management. That reminds me, Prime XBT, definitely check it out. My favorite exchange, really the only exchange I use anymore. That's why you don't see a bunch of affiliate links down there. I'm trying to shill. I only have Prime XBT down there. You can click it, get in here. Like I said, a lot of people get confused with this platform because it's not set up like a casino to take your money like the other ones. It's actually set up like a real exchange. And you can trade crypto, Forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, tons of stuff. You can trade Japan, Germany, all kinds of stuff on here. And the cool thing about it is you can have multiple trades going multiple directions. You don't have to start different accounts. They don't clump all your trades together. You can use USDC, USDT, which I don't recommend USDT, but Bitcoin, whatever you want to use as your currency. But you can come in here, go up to the contest section, and they're doing contests where you can win free tradable accounts if you win the contest. One of them is like $100,000. So you can't take out the 100,000, but you can use that 100,000 to trade with, and you can keep whatever you win off of it. And some of them you get like 5,000 if you win the contest, but definitely check it out. No risk learning. You can sit, play with it. I do have a tutorial on my page on how to use Prime XBT here and how to adjust your leverage if you want to check that out. You can use my promo code SAVVY25. That'll get you 25% off your fees or your trading fees. Definitely check it out, guys. It is by far the best platform out there, in my opinion, for Bitcoin and being able to use other markets off of it. Rip said it's actually easier once you get used to it. Yeah, it is. It's a super easy platform to use once you get used to it. Like I said, it's not attracted to young new people to take all their money and just be like a pretty buttons and all that crap. Just those guys are just out there taking your money and liquidating the shit out of people. Savvy Moon Boys are now pushing extended bull cycle, and we are consolidating now. But I thought we had to top at the end of this year. They stretched it out now, huh? What happened to 4-year cycles? Guaranteed. Market cap for many blah coins are unbelievably high and undeserved. Oh, yeah. And those big bag holders in those will sell on people hard. That's what happened in the dot-com bubble too, man. People were buying into crap projects real cheap, getting tons of them, and then when everything was crashing, They dumped hard, and a lot of the top buyers just got crushed. BitBoy told his subs to start thinking about selling if BTC drops sub 40K. He was telling people to buy at 69 too. Ouch. Savvy, have you ever considered teaching others how to trade? Really? I mean, here's the thing, guys. The best way you're going to learn is look around for all the free information you can get. I truly believe that anybody that knows how to trade and is actually making a living, making money trading, isn't going to sell a program or take a lot of time out to teach people, because if you can make money trading, you're just not going to do that. The best way literally is to, join our Discord down below. A lot of traders in there, a lot of people helping each other chart. Is just learn the stuff first. Don't jump in and throw a bunch of money in, because you're going to lose it. Don't follow anybody else's trades and then put all your money in on it, and you're going to lose it. You need to, perfect opportunity right here on Prime XBT. Links down below. Go into the contest section. It's totally free. Notice you don't see any other YouTubers talking about that, because they want you to put your money in, because they want to get the commission off of what you lose. This is totally free, totally free. Get in there, practice. Once you can take free money and, grow it, then maybe start putting in a little bit of money, real money, and then you're going to deal with emotion. So it adds a whole new spin to the trading. But until you can grow fake money, don't put no real money in there, because if you can't grow fake money, how in the hell are you going to grow real money? And then if you do want to put some money in, start out with 20 bucks, 10 bucks, whatever your financial situation is, something little. And if you can't grow that, then you can't grow $100,000. So don't even bother. Start with free money, then tiny bits. And then once you can be profitable in that, then maybe you can start moving up. Putting a bunch of money in, listening to this guy on YouTube, following him, you're going to lose all your money, and he doesn't care. So be careful. Use demo trading software, and until you're profitable, don't even try it. Pretty much, man. Just woke up. Unfortunately, my 1 million X leverage short entry position at Moon didn't fill. Wait for the next contest. This one is mine, guys. Don't even try. Yeah, Soul Extender is kicking ass on the contest. I think there's more than one going on, though. So check them out. You can still get in, join the contest, and get yourself some experience with putting in trades, exits, and entries. Get familiar with the platform before you actually risk any money. Start with no risk, guys. All right, so we got 262 likes. Guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. Better luck next time with the 500 likes for me and you both. Let's see. So when are you getting a pet bear in your studio? I got this is my boy Frankie over here, and this is my girl Dixie over here, both sleeping on the couch. So say hi, guys. Yes, D-Man, I will do some this weekend. I'm going to try to do them early, so keep an eye. That way I can get on with my day. I don't have to split my day up too bad. But thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you share my videos. Get it out there. I appreciate it. And happy trading. And as always, bye-bye.